Oh, yeah. Why am I nervous? Good? Okay. Bye. Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world. So it's a bit of a different setup. I wanted to kind of keep it nice and cool, casual, all that type of thing for what we're about to go through within this little chat update kind of video. So this video is going to kind of contain what we've gotten up to in the last kind of week or so. I did want to sit you guys down because you know how I love a sit down talky video and kind of just, I guess, update you, also bring you something very new, which you can probably see from the title of this video. We'll go into that in a second. So updates and how I've been getting on. Honestly, it hasn't been the greatest. And I think a lot of people have seen in my previous videos, I've said it on the podcast a few times, I've said it just on my stories. I haven't been my greatest self the last couple of weeks since I've gotten back from Africa as well. The Africa trip was absolutely incredible. It's been amazing. It also really made me realize how much I have been doing these last, I'd say 5 months or so. It was a little bit difficult coming back to Dubai and then realizing, shit, okay, this is where I am right now. Like, this is what everything looks like, what's going on. So I haven't felt my best recently. And I think that's always hard to really like notice that because, you know, you never not want to be your best. You never not want to feel great or be in a good position. So for me, when I literally landed in Dubai on the Sunday, which was I think around a week and a half ago now, I felt great. I stayed awake. Jet lag wasn't too bad that day. The next day, Monday, I felt so off. I was like, something doesn't feel 100% right, but it's okay. I think from Wednesday onwards, I just kept on getting worse and worse and worse. And I said to my sister, like, I don't know what is up with me. Or I said to a lot of people, actually, I don't know what's wrong with it. Something's not right. Everyone's response was, Phoebe, you've done so much in the last couple of months. Your body is literally telling you to rest. For me, I was like, I want to get back to my training. I want to get into a good routine. I want to just be that person that I want to be within the rest of my 2024 already. And people were like, Phoebe, just slow down. Just slow down. So that's what I've been doing the last, I'd say, week or so. So far, it's going good. So far, I actually have trained twice, which is madness to me. That feels weird. I don't want to feel like I need to not train, but I also know that my body wants me to not train right now. I hate that my identity right now is that I'm burnt out, and I hate to use that word, but that's just generally how I feel, is I feel burnt out, I feel tired. I think honestly, going and using it as from a competing reference, I think one thing that made me really realize that, yeah, Phoebe, you are probably burnt out was, it was quite funny, and I think someone commented either on, I think it was Instagram or YouTube or wherever it was, and someone said, Phoebe, you don't have as much passion as the other girls do in the competing world. And that comment really upset me. It really upset me because I feel so passionately about the bodybuilding world, but because this has been my life, my entire existence, the last 7-8 years, that's all I've been doing is all or nothing in on bodybuilding. Of course I'm tired. Yes, I'm definitely tired. I've been doing so much the last couple of years, and I was upset that I wasn't as passionate as I used to be, if that makes sense. But what I also have to realize is that what I used to be in 2018, 2019 isn't the same girl as what I am now. That's not the same Phoebe. I'm not the same Phoebe as I was back then. For the last few months or so, that's been really hard for me to get over. Like, I don't have that same passion and drive because I have other priorities going on, but that's also okay. I think I've been really, really, really hard on myself because I do have other priorities going on in my life. So I did want to talk about how I kind of spotted this burnout, or how people have kind of either identified the burnout in me, because I do know that even since I've kind of voiced that I've been burnt out, I'm tired, I'm slowing down a little bit now, people have said the exact same. They've kind of said, like, you've kind of actually made me realize, hey, I'm burnt out as well. I need to slow down. I need to kind of, you know, give myself a little bit of a break too. The main factor that I've really kind of noticed is when things start to feel like a chore and that I don't want to do them. If you're an OG follower, you can even know that in my videos for years, I've always said I want to make sure that what I'm doing doesn't feel like a chore. And when it does, that's when I stop. I think that feeling starts to come around in my Arnold 2023 prep, where I've obviously pulled out of the Arnolds because I said, look, I'm exhausted, I'm tired, I'm not really wanting to do this prep, which I should do, you know? I think that prep itself probably not hurt me more than I thought, but like, I can't think of the word, but kind of like it affected my, I guess, prep continuing onwards more than I thought. So like, obviously we pulled out the 2023 Arnold. I think the effects from that going into 2023 Olympia, going into 2024 Arnold, it kind of stayed a little bit. I don't know if I built up some sort of resentment or anything like that. I don't think I did, if I'm honest, but I do think that's where the burnout started, and I started to feel like things just weren't what I wanted to do. I didn't want to compete. I didn't want to prep. I didn't want to do my cardio. I didn't want to train. A lot of that started from that point onwards, from that prep, and I think it just continued onwards, which is tough when that happens. And I think I've really been diving into like, where did I actually get this burnout from? Like, where did it start? Like, when did I start to take on too much, you know? So that's how I spotted my burnout, and I guess when it happened as well. Not a lot of people can always identify when it happened, but I think it's good to know the signs, I guess, behind an actual burnout. Now, people always know that there's always going to be a tipping point for, you know, you can start to feel yourself probably burning out, slowing down. There's always going to be that one thing that is that tipping point, and I think that was my Arnold 2024 UK prep. I think the back end of that, after doing that prep, especially with loads of everything going on, loads of stress and all that type of thing, I think once I'd finished that prep, in my gut, I knew I needed a break, I needed time off. And I'd already pre-planned in my head, right, the rest of the year, I'm gonna be competing, I'm gonna do as much as I can, qualify for the Olympia, and then obviously try and get back into that top 10, even top 5 of the Olympia. That was the game plan. After I stepped off stage for prejudging at the Arnold UK, I just knew in my head, I was like, I'm done for the rest of the season. And that was the tipping point, I think. So there's always gonna be a tipping point of knowing like, yeah, I'm done. I need time off, I need a break. That can be a good thing as well. Like, it's not all of this that I'm saying now is not a bad thing. It's something that can be very, very good for you. So I think knowing that that's gonna come at some point if you don't take a break, and it could be worse than what I went through. So just try and understand that if you do too much, there's gonna be, at one point, there's gonna be that unbalanced phase. So how do we overcome a burnout? So this is what I'm currently in. This is the phase I'm in right now, is that kind of overcoming phase of, I'm 8 weeks post-show now, and I'm still feeling the effects. You're gonna feel the effects post-show or coming out of a show for a while. For me, this is a little bit different. It's the feeling of, I'm exhausted from doing what I love most. How do we overcome that? How do we get back to that passionate self again? Now, this is where I am entering into my new phase, and this is why I want to start a new series, and I want to call it Relight. Now, I put on my Instagram, like, what does that word mean to you, Relight? I gave you guys options really of what that makes you feel, and the most common one was, it makes me want to ignite up my passion again. And that's the quote I kind of used, and most of you voted that one. And I think that's exactly what this series needs to be. And I think since I've kind of said, like, look, I'm taking time off, I need downtime because I'm burnt out. A lot of people have reached out and said, you know, I admire you for saying that, because not a lot of people will say, I'm tired, I'm done, you know? So I think this series is what we all need. So I wanna show you on this journey of how I relight my passion. And it's not just bodybuilding. This isn't just a journey about bodybuilding, but how I just relight as a whole new person in 2024. So hopefully you guys can, you know, enjoy and kind of get a few tips from this, if I'm honest, because this is me learning. I can't tell you how to overcome it right now, because I don't even know myself, because I'm in this phase. A few things that I want to try and do is stop chasing my previous self. So I think the main factor that this is my main goal is to stop having this mindset of chasing my younger self, chasing my previous self, chasing what I used to do, chasing what I was doing in 2019, 2018, because I've been told that that was what I need to do. Whereas actually I need to look into the future about what I want to be like moving forward, because the past doesn't need you anymore. The future does. So, which is really cringy to say that, but it's very, very true. This is the Relight journey. And this is going to be about relighting and igniting our passion again, whatever that is. I want you to follow me on this journey, and I hope you enjoy this journey. I don't know how long this journey is gonna take, but I hope you're gonna enjoy the ride. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. Can you even see that? That's big sweat right there. So just finished 15 minutes of stretching and 30 minutes of cardio. So I've given myself the non-negotiable now to get my cardio done in the morning. Non-negotiable needs to be done. I think every time I've not gone up and done my cardio, I'd say, oh, I'll do it later, and I don't do it later. It just leaves me feeling unaccomplished for the rest of the day. I've said to myself, right, get your ass up. Doesn't matter what time it is. For some reason, I'm always like, right, get up at 7. If I don't get up at 7, oh, I've missed my time to do my cardio. I need to like do it later. I don't know if anyone else thinks like that, but like my brain thinks like that. Went down at around 8 o'clock, done my cardio, done my stretching, and it's done. There's a lot of little non-negotiables I'm giving myself if I don't do them like when I would usually, and then I'm like, oh, I'll do it later. If I tell myself like, oh, I'm gonna do it later, I usually never do it later. So like that's another non-negotiable for me, is to like, if I want to do something, do it right now. Don't wait, do it now, because I'm not just gonna tell myself, yeah, do it later, and I never do it, you know? Cardio, non-negotiable, 30 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes of stretching, 45 minutes out of my day. That's it. So I'm gonna go on with the rest of my day. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna have for breakfast, and I am gonna be going to the beach today with my friends, because one of my friends is actually leaving to go to the UK. She's escaping this Dubai heat because it's getting really, really hot. Like, I feel like Dubai summer, it comes overnight. It's like 1 minute it's like 30, 31, 32 degrees. All of a sudden it's 40 degrees. Like, it's ridiculous. So it is 40 degrees right now, and it's 9 o'clock. This is the first time I've felt like I've wanted to go out for a long time and like be social, because I hate to keep bringing it up and all that type of thing, but I just haven't been feeling myself recently. I haven't been feeling in my own groove. I haven't felt like I wanted to go out of the house. This is what this Relight series is all about, is to make myself just feel ignited again. I know it sounds so cringy, but just to feel that light again, and just to feel myself. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want to feel good within myself. I say forcing myself. I'm not forcing myself to go out, because I want to go out, but I just don't feel like going out. And that's not like me, because I'm a social butterfly, you know? I am excited to go out, see the girls, and yeah, pretty much go from there. But I need a shower. This needs to be sorted out. So, I annoyingly slept with my makeup on last night, so my skin isn't the greatest. To be fair, this is the best my skin's been for a very long time, because I don't know about you, but I am someone who, I do pick my face, which is really it's stupid. It's really bad, and it's not great for my skin, but I've really said to myself, again, another non-negotiable is making sure that I have a good skincare routine, because I feel like I've neglected my skin for way too long, where I've just kind of just done nothing to it. It's flared up, and I picked it, and I'm just not happy with it. So that needs to change. So I use a lot of the ordinary stuff, which is, this is one of them. This is hydrochloric acid. I use this probably every other day. I use all of this stuff. I don't actually know what it does, but it seems to work very well when I use it. So The Ordinary is a very, very good brand. I've trusted them for a very long time. And then another brand is Beauty of Joseon. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but a lot of her stuff, it's a lot of Korean skincare. A lot of people have been literally raving about Korean skincare. I've given it a go and bought a lot of stuff, and I really have seen some great results from it. This is my normal skincare routine as of right now. Hydrochloric acid, probably every other day, I'd say. Not every day, because I don't want to break down my skin that much. That's also what my sister says to do. My little sister. This is another Ordinary product. So this is absorbent acid, but I usually use this to hydrate my skin. Then we have, this is a new one that I've started to use, which is rice water. And a lot of people have suggested to put this on, and it's good for hydration and stuff like that. Oh, it feels so nice. Next product is eye cream, which I just showed you with the Beauty of Joe's. I literally just put 2 fingers here, across the eyes, and just massage the eyes. I want to try and make sure that you don't stretch the eyes too much, but I do like, so like some people pat it, but I just like the way that it feels like across here. So like, I don't really rub them. I like the way that it feels like this. It just is quite soothing, you know? And then I go all the way up here as well. Oh. Nice. Okay, lastly, there's other things that I use, but obviously that's mainly for nighttime, is another Korean skincare. It's like a snail cream. I don't know why it's a snail cream, but it's very like sticky, so the substance of it is like, It's like very, very sticky, but it's very good for hydration. So like a lot of the stuff that I use is very good for hydration and high pigmentation, because I get some like high pigmentation here along where like sometimes my spots have been and they've not scarred, but like kind of have. So I get high pigmentation here. The rest of my face, honestly, I'm very happy with. I don't get like dirt in my pores or anything like that along my nose and stuff, but I want to make sure that I'm just hydrated and making sure that my skin complexion is a little bit more even, if that makes sense. So these are the products I kind of use. Okay, and the last product is SPF. Making sure that I wear sun cream. Again, another priority, non-negotiable for a lot of mine, because I feel like I don't wear enough sunscreen and I'm just like, oh, it's fine. Like, I don't burn, I don't this, but like when I'm 50 years old and I'm wrinkly as hell and like I don't feel good in my body, I'm not gonna be happy. So that's why we take care of skin. SPF 50 along the neck. I've already put my sun cream on. That's pretty much it. So that's my skincare all done for a beach day. You can just see a little bit of my skin across here, high pigmentation, just more spots across here coming, and that's why I want to get rid of it. But when you stand up back like this, it looks pretty. So, but yeah, my skin looks really, really glowy right now, which is why I want to use the skincare. I'll continue to use the skincare. And I also need to get some just like acne cleanser potentially. Comment down below if there's any that you know that are good for just spots in general. Like, I know there's a lot of ones that are good for like just going to the gym, or if you sweat a lot, because I sweat a lot if obviously I'm in the gym and outside in a like 40-degree weather. So yeah, I just need to get some better cleanser. It's gonna be the one. Right, now we're gonna make some breakfast before we head out. I've weirdly been into hot sauce recently, which I never ever usually am, because I'm not a spicy gal. Like, I'm awful with spice, and that's another thing I wanted to try and get better at, is spice. Since going to Ghana and saying to someone, hey, is this spicy? Then saying no, and it being absolutely red hot, and that's the only thing I can eat. It's gotten my spice tastes a little bit better. This sriracha with garlic is so good. It's really, really good. I literally use like the tiniest amount though, like literally I'm talking this amount. And then I load ketchup on top. Just so I have a little spice. Like, that's literally the amount I use, which is nothing. And hold for 1, 2, transition 1, 2, transition 1, 2. Oh, just to let you know, it is the next day now. So I had actually quite a free day today. I had a posing client in the morning in Dubai, which I'm actually really enjoying doing in-person posing again, because that's how like posing for me started, was doing in-person stuff. Like, I did a lot of in-person posing and I've missed that kind of connect. I've missed like doing like in-person posing, and I've really enjoyed being able to do it in Dubai and stuff now again. So if you are based in Dubai and you're wanting in-person posing, let me know. You can always contact me with the email in the link in the description box below. That's me done for the evening pretty much. Like, it's 7 o'clock, which is weird. Like, today's a pretty free day. Thursday's always really like a non-busy day for me. It's usually like I get like one-off client or something like that. I usually use it as like a break in between, because like usually Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is quite hectic. So then Thursday hits and it's like, okay, it feels like nice to just have a break. How everything is going so far this week. Today is Thursday, like I said, and yeah, I feel pretty good. I still haven't had the desire to want to go and train, and like I messaged one of my friends earlier and I was like, it's annoying that I'm not wanting to train. I don't know, I don't have that passion to want to train, and it's really bugging me because that's what I love doing. I still feel the pressure to have to train. It sounds really, really silly, but she was like, take your time with it, because you're so burnt out and you've been doing so much, you've been doing this for so long now, you are going to resent it for a little bit, so you have to kind of not force yourself to do it, even though that's your like nature. Like, prep is your nature. Like, if you don't want to do something, you have to do it, like regardless, do you know what I mean? But if you do this over and over enough times, it makes you want to resent the sport or resent what you love doing. So you almost have to kind of like, not take yourself back, but like realize what did you love about training again? Like what brought you to training? Like I used to love the challenge of lifting heavy and pushing myself in my training. And obviously I think that aspect got taken away from me quite a few times, obviously prepping because of all that type of stuff. So I'm just trying to find what I used to love about training again. And it feels really weird to kind of like do that again, I'm not gonna lie, but it's silly. And I keep stumbling, and Max is probably gonna be so annoyed with editing this because I've literally like a 3.5 minute video and I'm like stumbling on my words. But I feel like so stupid for saying like, oh, I have to find love for training again. And I've been doing this for so long, like why would I not love it anymore? Because I see so many other people, you know, loving training, and they've been, you know, doing this thing for 10 years, so why not me? Why am I the one that's being burnt out? So it feels stupid in a way that I am burnt out, but I also understand why I'm burnt out, and I'm understanding, okay, I need to take time off. But I also know that I do still very much have the passion for bodybuilding there, because I'm seeing the list for like Pittsburgh Pro come out, I'm seeing all the girls, like all my friends and stuff getting ready to compete and stuff, and that brings me so much joy, and also brings me so much joy for my clients and stuff. Like it's like I'm more excited for them than I am for my own journey, you know? It's just trying to find what I want to do with my journey now. That's what this Relight series is all about. So, and tomorrow I've got a very, very busy day from start to finish. I'll be going to pose like 5 in-person posing clients, which is really fun. I'm excited for that. And then potentially going out for the night. So, which will be fun because it's like a nice little girls' night. So it's just nice to be back, seeing friends, spending time with people that I love, and like just getting to like catch up with everyone, because I've literally been away from my home for almost half a year away from Dubai. So like I'm just catching up with everyone and just seeing kind of how everyone's getting on, and it's nice. It's really, really nice to be back. So yes, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for now. This is 1000% the most satisfying thing ever. I love my little cutter that I just used a second ago to cut up all these cucumbers. It's just so satisfying to look. This is the final product. We've got Max's, we've got double burgers, potatoes, cucumber, garlic bread, and then I've got double burgers because I'm low on protein today. I haven't had much protein today. Then I've got a little bit of salad. I'm gonna add some more, smaller amount of potatoes, and one little garlic bread for me. So I've been enjoying just making food at home. Like I just love making food at home, if I'm honest. Yeah, these are both our meals for today. Is anyone else like this? I have fully finished, and Max is still pumping away with his stuff. I feel like I'm just a really fast eater. I'm a little piglet, so I'm gonna steal some. Comment down below if you're the same. I feel like I'm way faster eater than